Am I the meanest?
Sure enough.
Am I the prettiest?
Sure enough.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Sure enough.
Well, who am I?
Sure enough.
Who am I?
Sure enough.
I can't hear you.
That means that we punched our ticket to go try to win the Super Bowl, and that's it. We got one game at a time, starting at 1 o'clock on Sunday. Love y'all, boys. Love you. Love you. I'll go to war with every single one of you, every fucking game, all right? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Win.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have me douse, not what I'm about, have your fucking cloud. It be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, bitch I'm legend bound, can't stop me now. You don't wanna fuck with me, a slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can.
It's showtime.
Welcome to Monday Night Uncensored, Bills Mafia edition. I'm your host, Tommy, to the highest degree, to the TOP, from the 313. And by my side is my main man, my Toucan Sam, the one they call the Apex Man, Mr. Mikey. Happy Victory Monday to you, and happy Victory Monday to all of Bills Mafia that is rocking with us tonight. What up, Mikey?
What's going on, brother? Happy Monday. Happy Victory Monday. And it wasn't just a normal Victory Monday. It was a route Victory Monday.
Oh, was it ever 30-10? Really should have been 30-3. Should have been 30-0. We were nice. We gave him 10. We felt bad, right? Tyrod came in. We're like, dude, Tyrod, let's get Tyrod 7.
Put off the pedal in the second half. We just ran the ball.
You know? Yeah, Tyrod came in. We're like, dude, listen, this is an old friend. Let's make this dude feel good, right?
Yep. As we get started, you put the link.
I did
in the chat for those that want to call in during the show.
Yep, you guys are more than welcome. Yep, click that link. We'll put you backstage. Let us know how you're feeling, man, on this Monday night.
Absolutely, Joey. Let's go, boys. That's right. No bones about it. Josh cut the long hair off. No long hair quarterback has ever won a championship. Victory week is a good week. Ain't that the truth? Kick off the show with a toasted bean. Restructuring Milano was so genius. Milano, that's an interesting one. We'll get to Milano. We'll get to Milano. It's not just Milano though. It's a couple of them.
I know, but Milano's the one that it's a constant thing. But anyways, go ahead.
It is. I love Victory Monday. Doesn't everyone love Victory Monday?
They're great.
We're gonna have a Victory Friday this week.
They feel so fucking good,
right? Victory Monday, no KC 0-2. That's enough to make you shout. Ain't that?
And that feels so fucking good too.
Milano is officially washed. I don't want to say he's washed.
Oh, that's my boy Keys. All right, watch out for Keys. Keys be throwing those statements around.
Bills defense is 2 for 2 and eject the opposing team's quarterback in the fourth quarter. Ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
It's just Keys.
It's my dog.
It's one of those things. It's a good Monday night. We had a nice easy coast victory, which we will take. And now we get to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly tonight. We get to talk about some grades and whatever else the chat wants to talk about.
Yeah, fucking A right. You guys know, look, it's
super chat to start.
It's uncensored. Tonight. Yeah, we do. Thank you so much. And you know what we do on those super chats.
Thank you very much.
And you know. Are you getting it? You're going to get that train horn, Mike. Hey, I want to say this real quick. They made a great point. I forget who made the point today. It might have been post podium. What do you think about Josh wearing a visor moving forward?
I think
Maybe not
smart.
throughout his career, but if he's smart, he should, right? He wears them
in the eye. They've poked him in the eye. They've not now gotten those, like, he's been poked a few times. Like, he would be smart to wear a visor.
And he wears them in practice and camp, right? Like, it's not like it would be, I can understand because some people just don't like them, you know what I mean? But he seems to like them. He wears them all the time in practice and camp. So he would be smart, especially getting popped in the nose like that. I believe it looked broken. If you look at it, it didn't look good.
Well, it wasn't broken.
Swollen.
You could breathe.
Oh, was it? Okay. I thought I saw them adjust it.
No, so they were trying to close up the cut that was there. So the top of his thing came down and hit him when they grabbed his face mask.
So he said it wasn't broken. That came out.
He was able to actually breathe. Like he took a deep breath through his nose at the press conference.
Okay. I just thought they adjusted it on the sideline. It kind of looked like a trainer kind of popped it back in place. I could be wrong, but it definitely was swollen. Either way, you're right. He's gotten poked in the eyes before. And trust me when I say I'm sure some of it is an accident, but I'm sure somebody probably might have poked a little finger in there. Right? Just saying. So you might as well protect yourself a little better.
What's going on, Robert? Welcome to the show. Josh got that Balboa nose now. Did you see the meme of Josh and Joey walk off the field together? And as Josh says, "Hey, I'm catching you," and Joey says, "I still got a bigger one."
No. Yeah, that's funny. I did show you the one. Did you get you got the video clip I sent you of Josh going to the door? They put Josh's face on the door. Jets fan, you made me bleed. I don't believe my own blood. Yeah, for the middle finger up left. Oh man,
didn't know for 3 years. Really?
Oh damn, that's brutal, Keys.
That is the fact that you were able to breathe through it and you didn't know is wild. Usually when you snap it, if you try to take a deep breath or you try to blow out, it like does real bad damage to you.
I got headbutted in basketball twice actually. That busted me open. One on my eye here, and it hurt like a bitch. But the other one's my nose. I was coming down. Like, I don't know what the fuck the guy was doing coming up and smashed me, bro. And I was bleeding. And I thought for sure I broke it. But I had fucking swollen eyes the next day, dude. I had a major headache. Nose was swollen. And luckily I didn't break it. But, oh, dude, it hurt like hell, bro. Like, so that's why I think when Josh ran off like that, I think it was more like, I know he was bleeding, but I think it was more like that shit was painful. And he didn't know probably how severe it was. And he probably wanted to quickly make sure his nose wasn't off his face.
Yeah, he said it, how much it was gushing, is the reason why he took off.
You got a 350-pound dude, right? Probably
go back and watch it.
Bob.
His face also hits Torrance's knee. So as the guy's coming down, Torrance's knee is going up, and it like smushed him.
Just everything all together. Jeez. Yeah, man. So like I said, wild. I think that's why he ran as fast as he did. I think he didn't know the severity of it. You know what I mean? He felt the pressure. That also, too, you feel the pressure, right? He probably was like, holy shit, But yeah, thank God everything worked out, man. Because at first, I didn't know what. I was like, whoa, right? Like, this is not. Romo was like, this ain't good.
Josh never running off the field like that.
He never runs off the field. But luckily for us, it wasn't so bad, right? But man. That was crazy.
I'm lucky. I didn't have any like true facial injuries. I've had a concussion, as a kid playing sports and stuff. But most of mine are like I tore up my elbow, I tore up my knee, I tore up my ankles. I've done it's more of those type than actual like facial things.
So my worst injury ever was when I just got out of high school and stupid me. Like first of all, let me tell you, if you're young right now watching this, like high school level still, which I don't know if you are, but do me a favor, get good grades and try to get a scholarship to go to college, especially if you play sports. Like I was really good at basketball, Mikey, like really good, and I was so bad in grades. And unfortunately for me, I didn't get to go to college. But I was playing street ball, and I went up for a layup. left a little earlier than I wanted to, and I came down on somebody's foot, and my ankle snapped, bro. And it was put it this way, I've never even sprained my ankle up to that point, which is weird because I've been playing basketball for years up to that point. So the first time I ever even did anything with my ankle, it broke, and I heard it, man. Everybody heard it, and it was terrible. I didn't walk for like over 6 months. Like I didn't play basketball for like a year and a half. Like it was brutal. And I never was the same mentally or physically. Like I didn't want to take it to the hoop strong anymore. Like it just changed. It changed. It fucks with you on your psyche. So that was my most brutal injury. So when we talk about high ankle sprains, these guys getting high ankle sprains, I know the feeling, man. It is the worst feeling ever, dude. You get cold sweats right away. Your foot blows up. It's brutal, Mike.
I feel like you're gonna die. I've had that where I've come down on top of someone and I've had a high ankle sprain. So when you said that, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's just like, oh, that's so painful.
And do that times 10.
I still think about that. Like still to this day, I'm like, oh, like I hate
that's why I refuse now. I would never go on a basketball court. At my age, I can't, bro. If I roll my ankle again, bro, that would be it. You would never see me again.
Mike comes in and says Josh bleeding is just a trick to hide that he's a cyborg. That's a good one. Tommy, how tall are you?
6'2". But in high school, I was 6'2", and I was 180, about 175, 180 pounds. I was really in shape for a long time. Now I'm a fat ass at 6'2", 300.
What'd you play?
Shooting guard.
You were shooting guard? Okay.
Yeah.
So he said she sprained her ankle on a driving range. Did you step on a ball or a tee? How'd you sprain your ankle on a driving range? I'm interested in that. So you gotta tell me how you did it.
Dude, I roll my ankles because when you play basketball so much, and of course later on I roll my ankle every ankle, my right and left. But when you get older, your ankles become weaker and weaker from all those injuries. Mm-hmm. And bro, I can literally step on like a little pebble now, and my ankle just gives out. It's crazy, bro. So it's like, and I'm sure if Keys is watching, because Keys played basketball, he knows what I'm talking about. Like people that suffered a lot of ankle injuries, your ankles get weaker and weaker, and they tend to, you roll them a lot easier. So it sucks.
By the way, Tommy, I set you up, and you just went right over the top.
What'd you say?
I said I never had facial injuries because that's my moneymaker, and you just went right over the top of it.
Oh, I'm sorry. It is your moneymaker. Come on. I mean,
I set you up.
Maybe you went over because I just knew that already.
I was waiting for the Josh Allen. Okay, something. You nothing.
You're right. Well, dude, if it's true, it's true. What can I do? I can't.
I watch Tommy stand up in the screen only comes nipple line. Yeah, and you'll see his legendary pants.
Yeah, I'm actually 4'2". Dwarf basketball. Oh my god.
Yeah, Dallas. He went down. Everyone thought it was a hamstring and it ended up being a pec, but he wasn't in a sling. So they're thinking it's going to be probably a 2 to 3 week injury, and then he'll be back. But all that means is we get to see more of Dorian Williams, which we want to see because that's going to be his replacement next year, right? We want to see if Dorian can continue. Dorian's a better tackler. He's just not as good in coverage. So I'll be interested to see how that plays out this week against Miami.
Yeah. I mean, are we going to get on Milano now? Do you want to?
Well,
you want to go down that route?
We can go down that route.
Can we fucking go on fucking Milano? Goddamn Milano. Listen, the facts are the facts. They redid his contract knowing that this is a possibility, right? When it comes to Milano. Awesome dude. Love the guy. Wish he could stay healthy. When healthy, he's a playmaker, right? We know this, right? But the problem is it's a roll of the dice, man. It's always, you just never know with him. And it seems to be like these injuries are mounting up and they're happening all over his body. It's not just one thing. It's like a pec, an ankle, right? Like a knee, this, an arm. Like this. I mean, it's just adding up with Milano. And it's to a point where, God, do we have to bubble wrap this guy when he plays, which you can't do. Listen, man, the time is to move. It's time to move on. Hopefully he can finish out the season. Not this year. I know that, but hopefully he can get back and at least in time for, like be 100 in the playoffs. At least give us something your last ride here, right? But we have to start thinking about linebacker in the draft because I don't think Dorian's the answer just quite yet. Pass coverage, he still needs to work on. Some players can get better at stuff like that, but some players don't. Some players, unfortunately, just can never adapt to their style, right, of play. So we'll see when it comes to Dorian. I like Dorian. I just don't know if he's improved in pass coverage, right, since I've seen him.
Well, we haven't seen him play. That's why. So
we haven't seen him this year, but I mean, last year when he played throughout,
he got better from his first year. Every year, you just got to get better.
No, I agree. But how do you want to give him that test? We'll see. You know what? I'll tell you what. This season is a test. Now that Milano's out, depending on how many weeks he's out, let's see what Dorian did in the offseason and in camp. You're right, Mikey. You're right. I could be totally wrong.
Sophia says she swung the club too hard, spun around, and rolled down the hill. That is beautiful. That is beautiful.
Hey, look who it is.
See, look who it's not.
Look who it is.
It's not Joe Burrow because Joe Burrow is done for. I don't even think he's going to make the December 7th game at the Ralph now.
Yeah, they're saying 12 to 14 weeks, which is like, and that's the earliest is 12 to 14.
Yeah. If Jake Browning starts flaming out, I think that, they might put him on IR. I mean, we'll see. I mean,
at
if
that
they
point,
got a chance to do something,
If they're smart, I will say this. If at that point, if they're out of playoff contention, fuck that. You don't. Why would you? Right? You might as well keep him out. Let them, and then have them come back 100 for the next year, right? 100%.
They got a way to build that freaking offensive line in front of him. Holy crap!
That too, which they have never done.
Meme? Have you seen the meme yet? Where it shows a flash of Burrow, then a flash of Andrew Luck, then a flash of Burrow, then a flash of Andrew Luck. It's wild.
No. But I know I looked up his injury history, Mikey, and it's a long sheet, bro. That thing's a long sheet dating back from college. It's kind of like Tua. I mean, except for the concussions. But wow, he has had a ton of injuries dating back to Ohio State, LSU, and then Cincinnati. I feel for the guy because I do think he's a good quarterback, but he's just had some bad luck when it comes to injury. He's injury prone. He's kind of like Bale Inspector, right? Matt Milano. By the way, Mikey,
he is not robust.
Ralph, hello.
Mikey,
Ralph,
what's up?
This is Mikey.
What's going on?
This is the crazy man, Ralph Rant.
I know Ralph. I watch his show.
There you go.
Ralph just doesn't know me yet.
Oh, I do. I've been watching you for a while now, Mikey. Tell me that.
Nice.
Oh,
there
yes. Yes, indeed.
Absolutely. So we're on the Milano talk. Ralph, what's your take on the new Milano injury?
Well, I know the one guy, Twitter thigh doctor, had it wrong with the blowout on the hamstring, which I'm almost happier to hear that. And plus the fact that he's not in a sling, that's also good. And plus the fact that the upcoming schedule, if you're going to have guys down, this is the time.
Right.
I mean,
100%, dude. That's a great point. That and I was talking to in the chat with my buddy Post Podium, which is Keys. You see him in the chat. Keys and Aramis, they do a great job over at Post. But they were talking about the rookies and getting these guys playing time. Like they feel like Dorian Strong should have played, and I do too. So here's the deal. This is a stretch of games here where these are all winnable games. Let's be real, right? Up to the bye week. Why not let these guys go out there and learn, right, on winnable games and learn, and you can learn from your mistakes early on. And also, like you said, injuries and all this other stuff. But especially for the rookies, right? This is a big learning curve for them. Have them start, have Dorian Strong start. And guess what? If Dorian's not the guy and you need to put Trey back in, then that's fine. But you eventually have to give opportunity to these young guys. You got to let them play. And I feel like McDermott sometimes falls into these traps of getting the older guys playing time over a rookie. You can't do that. I felt like Dorian Strong did a really good job in week 1. And I don't know why he wasn't in week 2. I get they want to get Trey out there again, but Trey's a 1-year guy. He's a 1-year signing. right? Dorian Strong's probably your future. He's a rookie. Give him the opportunity. So that's the only thing I would say that I didn't like from Sunday's game. It just didn't make sense to me. And it's not a knock on Trey. I thought Trey did really good. I have no problem with what Trey did out there, but I want to see more of Dorian Strong, right? I want to see more Harrison when he returns, right? We draft these guys. We want them to develop, and the best way to develop is to get playing time. You have to.
And it's not only that. If you do get those guys out there and get them the minutes in these winnable contests, what you're not doing is you're not putting mileage on your veterans like Trey that you might need later on. And I mean, that to me is the whole thing also with Ogunjobi and Hoyt, and especially Hoyt, because he's like, Bosa's little brother when he gets out there, and he's just not going to have the mileage on him. And basically they'll get him back. He'll warm up against the Panthers and then bring on the Chiefs.
Hoyt, I'm extremely excited to see what he can do with this defense. I think he is he's a difference maker. I do believe that. He's a unicorn on defense. Ogunjobi, whatever. I always mess his name up. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not like I don't overly excited to see what he can do, but he has been good in the past in his career. He has had some, seasons where he did okay. He was good. But he fell off a little last year. We'll see though. I'm not, like I said, I'm not overly excited for him, but for sure Hoyt's for me could be the game changer.
If you watch this week's game, you kind of see how they're going to use Hoyt, because they use Javon Solomon in the Hoyt role. You saw him line up at defensive tackle on passing downs, so he's rushing from the inside. You saw him line up outside. Like you saw him do a little bit of dropping in coverage. If you go back and rewatch this game, look for Javon Solomon and just picture Hoyt in that role, because that's going to be the role he plays. It's almost the Lorenzo Alexander role. We had back in our best defensive days, which I'm excited about.
And they're moving guys around on that line too. You're not having an offensive lineman on the other side of the line of scrimmage looking at the same guy every play. So I think that's going to be a big help, because you had different techniques working with these guys.
And you're seeing Bosa and Rousseau both flip back and forth. The only one you really haven't seen go over the right tackle so far is Epinesa. Epinesa usually always plays over the left tackle when he comes in, but all the other ones are sliding around, and you're never getting the same set out there. And it's I like what they're doing. You're also seeing, like last week you saw Walker and Sanders both play the 1 and the 3. They swapped them. They just kept swapping them, and I like how they're mix matching. I thought we played the run so much better this week than we did the previous. You actually saw the guys stay in their lanes and clog gaps. And we'll get to that in the good, bad, and ugly.
Yeah. It was definitely night and day, Mikey, from week 1 to week 2. Now I understand it's a different team, but the Jets aren't a bad running team. They have talent there. They have a good running back, 2 good running backs actually, and they have a quarterback that's mobile, very mobile. And I said keys of the game there, which was real simple, and I'm sure it was for McDermott and Babbage, was to stop the run early on and force and build a lead and force them to beat you through the air. And clearly, you saw how that went. 27 yards.
Yeah,
Mitchie
Biscuits had more passing yards in one throw than the whole game, which is wild. Correct.
So it tells you everything you need to know about.
Oh, there we go.
About game planning, right? Knowing what your opponent's about, taking away their strengths, and that's exactly what we did. So we did it perfectly. I thought that was executed very good on defense. I have no problem what I saw on defense on Sunday. Offense we'll get to later, but I that there were some things I didn't like, but defensively, man, it set the tone right off the bat, and that's really how we got on the roll, because they set the tone so early, Mikey. It just took the life out of the Jets players. It really did. Even their coach, I felt like they were just done by the second quarter.
No, they're ripping Aaron Glenn today on the national.
I saw that. Side. Yeah, they're killing him.
The Jets fans are killing him.
Oof.
They're killing him.
It feels like back at the Gase and Saleh era, because of, I guess, his post, his presser post game was just horrible.
Yeah.
That's what I heard too. Yeah. That's
They
a
were
rookie coach.
killing him. They were
That's a
killing
rookie
him.
coach. Yeah, he's gonna get. And New York is no joke. The media there, they will thrash. New Jersey, but you know, New York meaning New Jersey.
Yeah.
They will absolutely kill you. Like when Dable went to New York,
yeah.
when Dable went to the coach of Giants, I said, "Whew, he better hope things go smooth because they will tear you up, boy. They're no joke over there." And Glenn's gonna find that out real quick how that works.
Okay, I want to hit this one from Dallas real quick, and then I'll get
go
your
for
guys' take on this. It says, I know our run game was going on Sunday. What do you guys think of the pass game? It kind of had a sink and a few drops. This is actually part of my good, bad, and my ugly. The bad was the first quarter pass game. After the first quarter, the pass game was actually pretty good. But it wasn't just go back and watch it. I rewatched it again today, Tommy.
I did. I still wasn't. I get what you're saying. It was better, but
we didn't have to throw a ton.
No, we didn't, and I get that. Like and I said that to you too in post game. We talked about that. Go with what's working. If until they stop it, don't change it. I'm totally with you, right? And that's one thing the Jets couldn't do. They couldn't stop our running attack. So I'm totally with you. That's not really my complaint about the offense. My complaint is, and
we'll get there. We'll get there.
And and I don't need to go down the rabbit hole yet. Okay.
We'll get there. So back to the question. I thought first quarter we were out of sync. There was a lot of pressure on Josh, but starting probably about the second drive into the second quarter, you saw the offensive line get better. Josh starting to get more of the rhythm. I don't think they were ever fully in a rhythm, but you saw Josh still figure it out and make it through. Ralph, what's your take on the pass game yesterday?
It's more an overall thing. Let's look back into the history of Josh Allen at MetLife Stadium, or whatever the hell it's been called in various times. It's just not been great. They have not had great games. They've won most of those. They tear Rodgers' tendon. They lose to Zach Wilson. They get down 17-0 the other year and end up coming back because he hits smoke late with that lucky number 50.
Oh, I remember that. Won. Yeah, that was crazy. Yes,
so
I do remember that.
I think you saw some of that. So I was more looking at it from the standpoint that, okay, the Bills seem to have a thing when they're usually going, especially early season, to MetLife and playing the Jets. It's a divisional game, of course. There's always that divisional thing. So the fact that, and people are out saying, well, the passing game is so bad, Josh Allen was awful. Well, what? If they'd won, with Josh throwing 4 touchdowns, what would we be hearing? Oh, Josh is carrying the team. Yep. And I get so tired of them wanting it both ways. I saw a team that didn't have the passing game quite together early. Josh getting hit in the nose could not have helped. Could not have helped. I mean, he's a gamer and a sicko, as he said in his clip earlier this week. But I just believe that the way they were able to handle that game in like the mature fashion with complementary football, getting it done, and winning basically 30-3. That was a garbage time score at the end, and all the twos were out there. And more than that, you had the starters off the field for what? About a quarter of the game with a Thursday night coming up. Mm-hmm. I don't have too many problems with it.
I don't either.
There he is. So,
McClappy. Honestly, I'm with you, Ralph, on that take. Also, Josh does a lot better if Knox can hold on to a couple balls. Can hold on to a couple balls. Like it was ugly early. The drops are one of my bads. And my good, bad, and ugly this week.
Yeah,
it was
Knox is like trying to catch a tennis ball. I mean, open him up a little bit, and
it was like, what are we doing? We got lucky. We got bailed out early by some of the penalties, but if we could just not shoot ourselves in the foot, then we wouldn't need them either.
And then there was that horse shit offensive pass interference on Coleman.
That was a good call. I know maybe so? You don't. I do. It was too obvious.
I thought it was soft.
I don't think he actually said that. I think the guy played it off.
He might have played it off, but he extended his arm. It was too obvious when he extended. You get what I'm saying? And maybe the guy did maybe play it, make it more than what it was. But when it's that obvious that you're kind of doing a push off and your arms extended to that degree, they're going to call it. And I'll be honest with you, if that was the opposite way, I would be all for that call. So I can't look at.
I'm not going to crush him on it.
Yeah, I just think it was a fair
call.
Lot
worse calls than that.
Exactly. So that's all I'm saying is he'll learn as he gets older in this league, as the seasons go on, the little tricks of the push off, because every receiver does it.
Not being seen.
I'm telling you now, right? Not being seen. Is that just like, by the way, holding? You know how many offensive linemen get away with holding? They know how. There's ways around. They hold every play. But there's ways to do it though, Mikey.
Yeah.
Where it's not so blatant. You know what I mean? So that's my point. That's what becoming a veteran is all about. Seasoned veteran, learning all the ins and outs of the NFL, how to get away with stuff. So he'll learn it. He'll learn that.
Yep. And I like it. You know what this game reminded me a lot of was that Dallas game, where all they did was run the rock. Josh didn't have to do anything.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's nice that he could take a week off where he doesn't have to carry us and put on Superman cape. He got to play Clark Kent the whole game, which was awesome.
Right. Yeah.
Outside of that first 40-yard run, he had to be Superman on that one.
That was a great one.
He had to jump over someone to do that. So
well, I think he got the first down. Then he figured out, hey, I can have some fun here. So
right.
That was wild. And boy, they're just slamming the Jets. I listened to the national coverage this morning. And, oh Lord, it's. I
haven't listened to any of it yet. Is it really that bad? In the national coverage?
The Rex Ryan had to do a turnaround. He had the Jets beating them, because everybody gets so excited because the Jets in week one and playing the Steelers, losing by 2, game they should have won. But we start doing the math. Well, if A is greater than B and B is greater than C, and so you think, okay, well, the Steelers' defense, was great, we think, going into the season. So the Jets go in, put 32 on them, and the Jets must be great because we know the offense must be great because we know the Steelers' defense is so tough. And then it turns around and looks bad for the Steelers when Seattle comes in there and puts it to him. Of course, there was a gift touchdown in there where, Mike Tomlin's rookie returner didn't know the rules, so he didn't catch the kickoff and it tumbled into the end zone.
That was so wild.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, dude, that play was unbelievable.
Johnson, the guy, rookie,
the guy just stopped.
Know that?
Even if you think it's slightly tough, you know what I mean? Like,
even if
go
it doesn't
and
touch,
get it.
It's a live
even if
ball.
it doesn't, right? Just be. You're right. It's a live ball. I didn't even think about that.
It's
Stupid,
always
right?
been a live ball.
I know. I didn't even think about that.
It's a live ball.
No, you're right. I maybe he thought it was going to go out of the end zone.
I thought it was going to go out of the end zone.
You know what I mean? I don't know what he was thinking. I have no idea.
It. I mean, you've got to think that their special teams coordinator. I mean, that's number one. Rule number one. We make them write it on the board 20 times. You handle the ball every kickoff, and that was incredible, and it turned the game too.
Yeah,
because they intercepted. So again, on this point of the Steelers' defense, well, they intercepted Sam Darnold a couple times early, so maybe their defense is good, and so we try to measure. Well, how good does Bill's defense look, and how much did the fact that the ones did not get repped nearly enough, extremely under-repped in a lot of people's opinions in the preseason, and then you turn around and get into a game and you start getting run over in the first half by Baltimore, but then they start to get it together, perhaps because they've got some reps. Second half, you start getting some stops. Then yesterday, they look like world beaters.
But this is here's the deal. And we all know this, and you should know this, and everybody in the chat should know this. This is a narrative that's been done every offseason when it comes to the Bills, that the Bills will not win the division, that the Bills will lose this game, that game, that
this is the year
we've heard it all. Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Exactly. Oh, they lost Diggs. Now they're gonna be probably last, and they're not gonna make the playoffs. They lost their coordinator. They lost this. They always try to find a way. And me and Mikey are like, listen, Bills Mafia, don't listen to that, right? It's their job to make clickbait kind of questions, kind of like,
they're doing it to the Chiefs right now. They're doing it to the Chiefs
exactly.
right now. The Chiefs
and you saw how good the Chiefs played yesterday. They might have lost, but they're still very dangerous. Don't fuck around when it comes. And I'm a realist, and we should all understand, and until they're officially knocked out, right? Like the Patriots were.
Until someone kills the king, he's the
king. He's the king. So I don't want to hear how they, the first 2 weeks look and who they lost and who they didn't. Why it doesn't matter, right? And I say this about the Bills, that we run the East because we do. And until somebody knocks us off, it's not really us being cocky. It's just the facts. Now, our only problem is the playoffs, right? Where we struggle in big games, AFC Championship or something like that. And it's usually against Chiefs. But outside of that, regular season, this Bills team's a 13, 14 win season game. I mean, we do this every year. So I don't know why people think all of a sudden, right, or believe the hype that we're going to lose against the Jets when we have the best quarterback in the NFL. And if you want to argue that he's not, he's at least top 3. If you really want to go that route, right, if you're really Allen hater, you got to be still real and go, well, okay, he's top 3. Hey, that's elite level. There's only 3 that I have on that tier. And Allen, for me, is number 1, right? But for me, right, Mikey, you would agree, Allen, Mahomes, and Lamar right now are the 3 top level quarterbacks in the whole NFL. So you got that guy, you're making the playoffs, and you're not beating him with a subpar quarterback like the rest of the East. And that's really why I have no problem saying we're going to win the East again. It's very simple.
Okay.
Josh Allen under center, you're winning the East.
I'm watching Monday night at the same time as
I just saw Matt got hurt.
Did you see it? Don't watch it if you.
I didn't see the replay. No way.
Don't watch it if you can.
I don't. He took it well. I'll say that.
That's a tough dude right there. It's nasty.
He is a tough dude. Yeah, we want him in Buffalo for a while.
I've loved this comment by John Sanders. It's a stat I heard today too. Tommy talks about it all the time. You can't live off of turnovers. Yeah. 24 straight games.
Yeah, it's wild, right?
Turnover battle. It's wild.
It is wild. And it's great.
And that's with the turnover machine at quarterback.
Yeah, no, it's a great stat, and I'm all for it. And that tells me that the Bills' defensive coaches are really working with them to punch the ball, get the ball out, do whatever you can to get that turnover, right? And that's cool, and I liked it, and I love that. But once again, that doesn't you still got to improve in certain areas, right? You can't always depend on it.
It's also the same sort of thing we were talking about before, where you will find excuses for the Bills being good being put forth by people in national media or whatever. Well, they wouldn't be so great if they didn't get so many turnovers. But, I mean, the turnover situation is an attitude. But you could take anything a team does and say, oh, that's their crutch. And that's what I get tired of hearing about the Bills. But on the other hand, it just keeps them kind of down. And I watch these shows, and they took it to the Jets. The Jets were close to the Steelers last week, and yet I got through the first hour of these shows. There's nothing about the Bills. So, I mean, well, fine. Just keep it that way. More than happy. Just don't get it out. And, of course, now one of their opponents, another one of their upcoming opponents, our furthest road game, the only time we leave the Eastern time zone, just let the Buccaneers march down in a minute and take the lead. And the Texans are 0-2.
Yeah, talk about a ballsy call. I get you 2 timeouts, but with 9 seconds left to run the ball there from the 6.
Yeah, it's ballsy. Yeah, real ball. You got to trust your players. That's what me and Mike.
What happened yesterday? Fourth and 2, and you punt, or 4th and 2, and you kick the field goal. Like, how are you not trying? You can't, down 20 points and you're kicking a field goal.
We that's one thing. I think McDermott's got a little better with that. I'll be honest with you. I think, when we talk about McDermott and things he's improved on, I do feel like he's gotten a little bit better at being a little bit more aggressive on offense in certain times. But I think it's the playoffs is where he still tenses up. But if he could take what he's doing in the regular season into the playoffs, that mindset of we got to go for it, right? Like, this is it. Like, it's all this or nothing, right? And I think sometimes he gets caught up in, just the flow of the game, and the data. The data says to do this, and forget the data. You got to trust in your players. right? Trust in Josh Allen, right? You have the best quarterback on the planet, right? You got to go for it on certain things, and sometimes he forgets that, I think. And I hope he changes his mindset. It kind of seems like he is, but that's what winning coaches do. They don't. Andy Reid does it a lot. The Lions coach trusts his players a lot, and I respect that. And the players respect that a lot more too. Once you stop respecting your players, your key players, it's tough on you.
A beautiful face is hidden.
I know. What's with that? I don't like that's the only thing about StreamYard. I don't know why they do that.
Here's the one thing I don't like to do. When we have a guest on, I never like to put the comments over the guest's face. So I will always move myself down.
I could just sit higher.
No,
we're like rude guys over here.
I'm not just like, and I'm all about putting the chat up on the screen. So I always move the guest on top.
Hey, come on our show. We're gonna block you the whole night.
And let's be honest, Tommy does most of the talking here, so we can't cover him. Otherwise, you'll just see like the chat box talking at you.
I do. I'll figure a way to get back out of the box.
So, what else did we see in this aftermath Monday that got my attention? What was the call on X of somebody saying that we really got to look at Prater because the kickoffs have been so bad.
Oh my God, that's been bad. Oh, I'm hearing it the other way about Prater's turning this into a kicking competition.
The kickoffs? You talking about the kickoffs?
Well, the guy somebody reminded the guy that, hey, maybe you don't understand that the rules have like changed a little bit this year.
Right.
I mean, Prater's putting that ball at like plus or minus 6 inches from the 2-yard line every kickoff I saw. I mean,
well, some are to the 10, some are to the 7 and 5.
But
either way,
based off of what he's being told to do.
But that's because of the new rule. You have to, because if you kick it short, it's to the 40. If you kick it long and it goes to the end zone, it's to the 35.
Yeah.
So he's kicking it exactly in, and people tend to forget. Tyler Bass has kicked it out of bounds so many times on kickoffs. It's quite annoying, and it's to the 40 automatically. He's done it multiple times. So I don't know the whole narrative of Bass is a better kickoffer. Does better kickoffs. Like, that is totally false.
And don't tell me there is not some manner of just better feeling when Prater walks on the field. That was from the very first time he stepped on the field with the Bills. And there's just a fear factor with Bass that it's always kind of underneath it. Yes, it went away a little bit last year when he boomed to 61 to win versus the Dolphins. And
got his confidence back, I think. That's, they say kickers, when they lose their confidence, really rough for them.
Yeah,
tough to get it back.
60 got it back one big
time. Look at Koo. Look at Koo over in he got benched for another kicker over in Atlanta.
For a practice squad guy.
He was a great kicker for a while for them, and he got paid. And they just practice squad guy who, by the way, came up and nailed all his kicks. I think he was 5 for 5 on Sunday Night Football. So,
hey,
listen,
pressure ones, and he was 6 for 6.
That's what McDermott has to understand. Yeah, I don't care about what you paid him. Go ahead.
Thanks for asking, Scott.
We have people in our chat that don't know who Ralph is.
Oh, okay.
So, for those that you don't know, the Ralph Rant on YouTube is a fantastic podcast. Ralph does a great job. I loved your Tommy sent me, which got me started watching you, sent me your video of the stadium tour.
On the stadium, yeah.
Which is fantastic. But you'll find him over at the Ralph Rant, doing all kinds of awesome content over there. So make sure you can check him out, go over, subscribe, give him the likes, give him the love, show him the, MSR love over there.
And he's going live now.
Going live and actually working towards my true goal, which is to get back to how we used to have it with Van. I am going to be the next radio voice of the Buffalo Bills.
You go.
Chris Brown needs to just go back and write some articles and
be the sideline guy.
Yeah, well, I mean, he was good at that, and of course, Eric is great at the analysis, and Murph was good, but Murph was also the commentator also back when we had the Van, but he'd been doing that. So I think Van retired in 2004, and then we lost him in 2016. But Van Miller, yes, he was fantastic at kickoffs. Thank you.
He was.
Yeah.
Too long was perfect. I'll take it if you can get it to between the 2 and the 6 every time you're sitting pretty. And half the time we stopped them before the 25. The other half they got it out to 35. It's a great gamble. I'll take that every time.
Is that, and the NFL wants returns. That's the reason why they're doing it. They understand it makes the game more exciting, right? And it does, right? You've seen some kickoffs that are good, but you also see people getting caught up before the 20, right? At the 15, at the 10. So I like it. I do, because it gives the kicker the kick return opportunity still to get a good return. It also gives the defense an opportunity to make a big play and stop and get them before the 20. So and it forces the kicker to have to kick it in that field of play. So I like it. There's a lot to it, right? So, and I've seen plenty of kickers. I mean, go back to the Ravens game. We scored on that drive. He kicked it short and went to the 4. We got the ball at the 40. It's great field position. You can't beat that. Well, imagine if Prater kicked it short, and you got these teams starting at the 40, or you kick it all the way in the end zone. Now you're starting at the 35. So I'll take my chances on the him kicking it to the 10 to the 5 that we get. They don't get much yards. Our special teams actually been, I would say, what do you think, Mikey, on returns? I'd probably give them right now on a grade level a B-. I think they've been okay. They given up a couple long runs.
I didn't think they were good week 1. I thought they were good week 2.
Yeah, I'll say B-. I don't think great, but B-. So they gave up a couple decent runs, but that's good compared to the past.
Nobody's putting the ball on the ground also.
Yeah.
And as far as how we feel about Bass coming back, I think our answer is really contained in listening to Sean McDermott, where I heard McDermott talk, and I've listened to him so many times, you can kind of feel he's talking about, Bass is our guy and so forth. Sean, I can tell you don't believe that. When you saw after that Ravens win when he got that kick at the end and saw McDermott talking to him in the locker room, there's some true love there, and they maybe they just use him for this year, but I think he's here for the year. This guy is just he's a pro, and he's just got ice in his veins. I mean,
I hope so, but
Mikey
said the opposite. Mikey said McDermott said when Bass is healthy, he's coming back and he's playing.
I didn't believe it. And
I don't believe it either. It would be. I'll tell you what. It would be
when
tough.
He's healthy. That was the out.
He said when he's healthy, and let's be honest, he hasn't been healthy since early in training camp.
Yeah, but I get it. But what if he does? What if he says he's ready to go? Right? Will McDermott? See, here's my thing with McDermott too. Practice what you preach, and that goes for everybody. You say something, stick with it. And if you're saying that the best available is going to be on the field, then the best available at that time, if it's Prater still doing what he's doing now, you should not pull Prater then, right? No. I mean, it sucks that Bass lost his job or whatever due to injury. I feel for the guy, but like I said, if you're practicing what you're preaching, then you keep Prater in, and I don't care about the contract. I heard people talk about, well, it's we're wasting money on a kicker now if he's not playing. I don't care about that. I could care less. I mean, you play the best available. That goes back to Doug Flutie and Rob Johnson, where the owner forced Rob Johnson to play in the playoffs over Doug Flutie, and that was a crucial mistake. Because why? Because he knew he paid him a lot of money, and it would be a waste of a contract, and it was a terrible, terrible decision. Not that Flutie was this great quarterback, but he had great chemistry with the team. Rob Johnson did not, and it was a crucial. A matter of fact, I don't think that Music City Miracle even happens if Rob Johnson plays, because we score more points. I mean, if Flutie plays. So I just don't like that narrative that, we paid the guy, then we must play him. He has to play.
Well, the Bills are well practiced in this anyway.
Curtis Samuel ain't playing.
Yeah, what do we got? Elijah Moore and Curtis Less. That was the point I made yesterday, boy.
We kept a $13 million Trip Murphy as
Well, he didn't play though. But he didn't play though. He was
inactive.
Yeah, which is even worse, by the way. That makes me even more mad, right? Like that expense. Like you knew, that was a
would you have rather him
mistake.
Played?
No, I would rather them release him and save $8 million. It was a crucial mistake bringing him back. It made no sense. But that was more of McDermott decision to have, it was his kind of player, his kind of guy. I get it, but he was well beyond or well past his prime, well past what Trent Murphy used to be all about. So that was just a bad decision. And we've made a few, but every GM does. And I think every coach has that mistake throughout his tenure, wherever they are. So I'm not going to kill him on that, but we could have saved $8 million on a player that didn't even play.
Right here where he's talking about bad weather and Prater misses a few. We're not saying Bass is bad.
Yeah.
At no point have I said Bass is bad. All I'm saying is I feel more confident with what I've seen out of Prater.
Right. Exactly.
I think the team does too, and I believe that there's also a component of this of you bring Bass back, but what's the locker room feel about that, especially with how Prater's performed so far,
and I think that's our point, right? Like when we get to that point, guys, is all we're saying. We're not saying now, right? We're saying when it gets to the point where Bass is available. If Prater is still kicking good, why would you want to change it, is my point. There would be no reason other than you just want Bass to be in there. It doesn't make sense. If Prater continues on the way he's doing now, right, it just would make zero sense. That would be like the Patriots pulling Tom Brady back out for Drew Bledsoe, right? It wouldn't make sense, right? You just don't do that. Right. So I'll say this. If Prater, when we get to that point, if he's missing field goals because of bad weather now and he just doesn't have the leg, okay, cool. We have Bass. Right? Well, no problem. You know what I mean? We're not cutting him. No one's talking about cutting Bass. He's there. He's on the team. So I think people are caught up in this whole he's paid and he has to play and he's made big kicks. He's also missed a lot. And do I want to take you back to the playoffs where he missed a 40-yard field goal? Or whatever it was, 44. Come on, guys.
Well,
Stop.
It's going to come down to odds also. There are only 10 more games in that building max. 8 regular season, and then if they're the 1 seed, two in the house, or even if they're the 2 seed, you'll have a wild card and another one in the house. So, and then, next year that is not going to be an issue. There won't be wind in that stadium.
Nope, that's gone. Yep.
And also, as far as the snow part of it, I mean, it's a much smaller hole for it to fall into than it is for the present stadium.
I can't wait.
Going to be sick.
Not only that, but
dude,
it's going to be
you're right, Ralph.
grass field.
Yeah,
heated.
Snow's going to melt.
Yeah, the wind is the way they designed it, where the wind's not going to be like it is now. It's going to be totally different. And Josh is going to love it more. The players are going to obviously love the grass, from the turf. So I can't wait. I'm excited for that new stadium for sure.
Yeah, I love it when Terry was in there showing Josh, and he comes up to him and, yeah, there's going to be no wind. Yeah. Really, Josh goes? He said, yeah, we just scienced the shit out of it.
Oh, my God.
I wish I had your confidence in Bass. Ariel, I really do. They've spent a long time trying to find someone who can kick in January. I watched us lose because of a missed kick
right.
January. So I wish I had your confidence that I wish I felt that way about him. Like every time he goes out there to kick a ball, I'm nervous.
I would say to be honest with you, if I took a poll, right, I would say it's 70-30 people would prefer Prater. I could be wrong, but most of what most people that I talk to prefer right now Prater keep the job, at least this year. That doesn't mean anything going forward. I mean, Prater's old. We all know this, right? And Prater probably, Prater may not want to continue playing. He obviously was out coaching his kid's team, right? So he's not trying to steal someone's job, right? It just, he got called, right, to do a job, and he's done exceptionally well. And when Bass is healthy, we'll talk about it, right? We'll see where Prater's at. That's all.
When we talk about worrying about the money that's spent on high pick guys or guys that have second contracts, but we have a low paid guy doing the job. I mean, the Bills have gotten good at this, having perfected it with defensive backs, where we take the number 1 guys and sit them and put 6th rounders in starting spots. And what does it do? It comes out in the wash, quite frankly. And as far as those costs go, It doesn't. If the cheaper guy is doing well, and you've got the more expensive guy on the bench, well, the more expensive guy, you would have wanted him to do that, but it's about what the guys could do when they hit the field, and that is a completely different conversation from the contract business and so forth. So,
I do want to remind everybody real quick, Mikey, before we go to this chat, that there is a link in the chat. If you guys want to join us, talk some Bills football or whatever, click that link and you will be right here. We got a question here from Steve, 45-yard field goal to win the Super Bowl. Who do you trust more, Prater or Bass?
That just seems like a clickbait question. That's pretty lazy. Next question, please.
I think our
I'm just joking. Go ahead.
tells you everything you need to know.
Right.
Well, listen,
right.
the kicking balls are now conditioned, right? And I mean,
different.
what that 52 that Prater kicked yesterday, that damn thing would have been good from 60.
Yeah, it looked good. It was, and all his kicks have been clean.
70s this year.
We do. Yeah, the preseason one was nuts.
Well,
that was crazy. And it was clean.
Yeah, they can now condition the balls up to 3 days beforehand.
Yeah.
They used to have a 30-minute window before this year.
Right.
Yeah, and they were just basically, brand new balls. You used to see the guys shoving the ends on them just to make themselves feel better. But now they're thumping them, which is probably going to piss off a lot of the field goal record holders from the past. Why the fuck didn't I get to kick that ball? So
a lot of record holders, to be honest with you, should be mad, but they're not. The way that the league is extended their games throughout the years, from 13 to 14 to 17, now 18-week schedule, right? Like a lot of these records were held when they only had 14 games, right? 15, 30. OJ Simpson had 2,000 yards in 14 games.
This is true.
It's insane, right? Bruce Smith, who, by the way, that record will never be broke, still played in very minimal games, so seasons, right? So it's wild, right? But a lot of these records are going to be broken, I believe, because of rule changes and more games added to the schedule, and they'll probably add more. So, yep.
This is the best thing I've seen all day. This might be the longest kicker segment in the show's history,
dude. Right? This is the right. This show's dedicated to kicking. Right? What the fuck? Oh my god.
Yeah, boy. Well,
is that Pinto Ron?
Yeah.
Callie Blitz. No, hey, Callie, it's not Pinto Ron. That would be funny as hell if he was Pinto Ron the whole time. No, this is the Ralph rant. Good dude. Go over to his channel. Show him some love on YouTube.
Subject.
Tell
me, what do you think about? Oh God.
I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be nice, man. Don't do that to me.
Do not poke the bear.
Yeah, please. I'm being very nice. I gave him compliments tonight, for Christ's sakes.
What's going on, Trek? All right, Tommy. You want to
get to your segment?
We'll get to my segment last. Let's hit your grades. So I want to get Ralph's take on the grades.
Oh, yeah. Cool. So it's not my grade. It's our. By the way, Ralph, I don't know if you know this, but this is our favorite silent co-host. Love this.
Tommy's favorite.
Co-host. It is. But this is also Mike. Back. He gets. Well, I do too when I do video. But Mikey gets mad. He's very angry.
No, Mikey calls a spade, and these guys are dumbasses half the time.
Right. A lot of the time but it's good. I like it because I can talk back to them without them talking back. All right, here we go. So here's the grades.
Tommy.
Here's the grade. So the grades for the game.
Tommy.
I saw that. Yeah. He's not dynamic. Yes, I agree. I totally agree.
Tommy,
oh my God.
Your favorite Bills player and why it's James Cook.
Yeah. You know what? I did, Mike. I don't know if you watched, the morning show with Dan that I did. I ate crow. I decided to say fuck it. Look, James Cook is a really, really good running back. He's getting better. He's living up to his contract, which I love to see. Some players get paid; they don't live up to their contract. Right? It happens a lot in the NFL, really in all sports. And I got to show him love. I really feel like James Cook has gotten better and better and better as his career's going on. gone on. I feel like his contact balance is so much better from his rookie season. Strength, running between the tackles has gotten way better. So I got to give him his dues. Mm-hmm. I was wrong in a way because I thought he was good. I didn't think he was great. I think he's really teetering on that being a great running back in this league. So I'll eat crow, and I'll do that with anybody I'm wrong on. So I have no problem admitting when I'm wrong.
Yeah, and before you read this, so Spen's in the house because he showed up late because he was cheating on us with another podcast.
Unbelievable, Spin.
He's cheating on everyone in the chat.
That's it. Unbelievable, man.
Okay.
All right, let's get to it.
Okay, let's get to it. Pass offense. I won't read the thing, but what do you guys? They're giving it a C. Do you guys agree? Pass offense, a C?
No, I'd give it a B minus.
B minus. What do you give it, Ralph?
I'd be probably between a B and a B minus. If you'd lean to the minus side a little bit more with a few of the drops that happen, Knox in particular on a couple of important ones, and but I think I would leave it at a B because I've got to give number 11 his props for coming in and throwing that dime and connecting and getting that first down. Not even a timeout for the injury.
Yeah.
So.
That was pretty.
And the last point on that would be, is that are you rating the pass offense on the effectiveness or the statistics? In that kind of game, it got to the point where we're just going to run the ball on these guys, throw a few times. It's not like we needed to throw for 300 yards, and people wanted to smash the over on 251 at FanDuel for Josh's yardage. Well, he didn't need to do it, so that makes it difficult for me to give it that bad. But I'll stick with I'll go the B minus and not be too much of a homer simply because of the drops that I saw in a few cases.
All right, I'm an asshole. I'll go C plus. I just didn't think it was there, and I'll talk later about it. But yeah, I wasn't. I'm concerned for sure about the receiver room. 100% I'm concerned, and I feel like I have a right to be. But let's go to the next one, and we'll talk about that later.
I'm glad you feel that way because I think you're alone on this show.
That's fine. Listen, I have no problem. Once again, I have no problem being alone on an island, screaming what I scream.
Team Tommy versus
right.
Team Mikey. Team Mikey.
I have no problem with that. Run offense. They're giving it an A.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, Ralph.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Ralph, what you got?
Definitely. I mean, James Cook took over. The only thing I would say on it, because there wasn't much of a contribution from him, but it like James Cook steal Ray Davis's soul or something. Ray just does not seem effective or in rhythm anytime he's been on the field.
He's struggling.
Yet.
He's struggling.
But
he's for sure
in terms of what the Bills put on the field, absolutely A.
Yeah, I'll give it an A as well. I'm with you on the Ray Davis thing. He's off to not the greatest start. He's turning almost into a Zach Moss, for us, what Zach Moss was here, which is not necessarily good. And I do like Ray Davis. I liked him coming out of college. I thought he was going to be a good complimentary back, but I just don't feel like that's the kind of back we need. I really feel like we need a bigger back to complement James Cook in this offense. We need a north to south kind of bruiser, and we just that's not it's not him, right? So that's the only thing I would say about Ray Davis. But yeah, run offense, I agree. A.
And I want to hit Steve's point.
Yeah, go ahead. Yep.
How do we forget about Trubisky coming off the bench ice cold and hitting a 32-yard dot with no warm-ups?
Bro, so calm too. Came in, no problem.
Like Tommy's like, oh great, oh shit, we're gonna throw the ball too. Oh wow, look at Mitch.
I mean, smooth with it, right? Like, hey, got no problem. Just give me the. Come on, guys.
Give me the rock, guys.
It might have been the best ball all day.
You're right. It may have been the best ball.
I think it probably was. It might have been. It might have been.
Perfectly layered over the top, right to him.
Right.
Got to catch and run. Yeah. It was beautiful.
Fucking dying.
You know what,
man.
though? I'll say this, though. I don't think the Jets thought we were going to pass it there.
No.
I don't think they expected that. Most teams probably bringing in a backup that quickly because they didn't call timeout or nothing. They just rushed him in there. they probably thought we were going to play it safe and just hand it off, or do maybe a quick like little screen pass or something. You know what I mean? Just to get Josh some time to get back in the game. But I think that caught him off guard a little bit. I do, because it was quick.
It was. Yeah, Ralph, did you have a problem with his 2 intentional groundings? I didn't really care one way or the other. The first one, I thought he underplayed it, nonchalanted it. And
well, he was doing a push on it rather than actually throwing, because he was rolling to his left on that one.
Yeah, and I think he thought the running back was going to come back to him, and the running back went the opposite. On the second one, that was on the tight end. The tight end wasn't where he was supposed to be.
I don't have a problem.
It was a screen to the tight end.
I don't have a problem with it, Mikey, because I don't think he'll do it again. But I do think the first one. Listen, he could have threw the ball away, right? Like I get what you're saying. Maybe you thought but the proper thing you're there to do is just toss it. Toss it deep on the side. He knows that, and I don't think you see that mistake again from Josh.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
All right, you ready for the next?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's do it.
All right, pass defense, A.
No.
Ooh,
no.
Mikey.
Go back and watch that game. There was guys running open. Justin Fields just couldn't hit him.
He overthrew him. Yep, or totally missed him. Yeah, behind him.
Overthrew him. Like there was guys running open.
No, there was. A better quarterback would have made those throws. No doubt about it, Mikey.
So no.
So what do you give him?
An A. I would give him a B because they did play well, but I'm not giving them an A for the quarterback sucking.
I think I'm with you on that. Ralph, what do you give it?
I'm there on that point also. Especially with some guys running open when he missed Garrett Wilson there across the middle. Or
the
he's
back
open
in the flat where he had 30 yards upfield and he throws it behind him. Like
yes.
Like what are we doing?
Right. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm gonna go B as well. I didn't think it was terrible, so we'll go B. But I get your point, Mikey.
Yeah, I didn't mean to cut you off, Ralph. Go ahead.
No, that's it.
Okay.
The next one is a run defense, B+.
See, this is where I would have it at an A.
A+.
Right. A+. Like
yeah,
they shut
weird,
that
right?
stuff down. They had one long run outside of containing Fields, and that was more of a pass than a run. Like it was an A+. That's the best I've seen that run defense look in years.
Yeah. What do you think, Ralph?
Oh yeah, I'm all over it being A+. That scramble by Fields, you're going to see one of those. But you had discipline up front, and then I saw Cole Bishop triggering, and Taylor Rapp to maybe a lesser extent. Dorian out there later triggering. They were going downhill and thumping, and I was impressed with it. This is a team also, the Jets, that is openly telling you we're here to run the ball on you, and the Bills wanted to invite Fields to a shootout, and they did, but he didn't bring a gun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Bill's wire got some mixed up. I think they're looking at stats, the 27 yards.
Absolutely, what they're looking at.
Exactly. So they're not looking at like really the game out.
We only gave up 150 total yards.
Yeah, I would definitely.
And Tyrod Taylor in garbage time was responsible for about 60 of that.
Right.
With our backups in at that point, and just whatever garbage time. But yeah, I agree. So that should be an A+. Special teams got an A.
I would give them an A. I thought special teams was good. I thought Johnston was good.
Yes,
he had three punts. They weren't bombs, but 2 inside the 20. Held the ball great. I thought our coverage.
Yeah, no problem holding.
Yeah. Prater was money. I was happy with our special teams.
Yeah, I had no problem with.
Yeah,
Ralph, what do you give it?
Has done well all season thus far. We haven't seen any mistakes. The returns have been decent, and we're not seeing a lot of penalties on returns either, which I'm glad to see. I don't think we.
I think penalties in general, have been low for us so far. We've been fairly pretty good at that, but
except pre-snap penalties.
Yeah, that was a couple, but nothing outrageous. I feel like we've been all right.
Dion's gotten quite, got a few. And
Dion's got a couple. Maybe.
Yep.
What do you give it? So you give an A? You're sticking with A?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, Ralph, you got an A?
Yeah, I A or A plus on that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
And give Torbor a ton of credit, our new special teams coach.
Coaching, A.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Sure.
Okay, yeah, I'll go with A on this one. Perfect game plan, executed perfectly. Everybody on the same page. I had no problem with it.
Outside of our passing offense early.
Outside of our passing offense, yeah, but that, like you said earlier, once the run game got going and the Jets couldn't stop it, they just avoided it, and that's fine. There's no reason to go back to that. So yeah, so that's it.
Babbage absolutely got the A. I think Torber got the A. I would probably give Joe Brady a B plus, and I'd give McDermott a B plus.
Okay.
Because you talked about the timeout.
Oh yeah, I did not like that. No, it was unnecessary timeout.
Like
unnecessary.
Ended up giving them a chance. I thought a few times we could have done, been a little bit more aggressive, and we weren't. But that's fine. I mean,
yeah, I'm with you.
Hard to nitpick. We're nitpicking at a complete domination game.
Yeah, well, we're grading. You got to kind of just throw the proper grades out there. We try to keep it real here as much as we can. Not rah. Not everything's fucking Katy Perry.
Right. It's a great problem to have when your offense scores 30 and played badly. Right. The passing game wasn't great, and we still dropped 30, and we probably could have dropped more, but we stopped in the second, towards the mid third quarter.
We did
throwing the ball at all. We just ran the ball the rest of the way.
Well,
we played the clock. We played the clock, which is
the
fine.
word that gets missed so much is the word context.
Yeah.
And the context of this game, you cannot put aside the fact that the Bills are playing Thursday night, 4 nights later. I mean, and I think you have to look at the game script, and especially how they handled it in the second half, in consideration of the fact that you're going to go play another ball game on Thursday night. And I think that has to be considered when you're judging the game script of this game, especially when you're up so much.
Yeah.
It was smart.
Yeah.
It's so early.
And there was no need, like I said. If there was a need to throw it, heavily or have Josh throw it 40 times, whatever, then they have no problem doing that either. But once again, don't go away with what's working, right? And I think that's exactly what the Bills did and what Brady saw. And we could have milked it. We could have not milked it. We could have put up more points and
really ran up the score.
Yeah, put 40 on them, put a 40 burger. But listen, at the end of the day, we're just trying to get out of there with the win and stay injury free, and just that's why I felt like the game dragged on. Because we kept running. It would just seem like, my God, that game dragged on, Mikey. Because you know why, too? Because the Jets weren't doing anything, right? So it's just like, holy shit. But yeah,
the other thing too is that this is Aaron Glenn's first division contest in the AFC East, and McDermott. I mean, he's not Belichick. I don't think he's going to want to go stick it in Aaron Glenn's ass with this game. I mean, Bills got out. They won nicely. They were able to sit guys. That's enough.
It's that Josh almost a whole quarter. I mean, I get that. Like I'm not complaining at all about. But I will say this though, against better opponents though, let's say you're up on the Ravens or the Lions when we play the Lions, you have to have that mentality of go for the throat and just totally execute them because good teams do find ways to claw back. I mean, the perfect example is us in week 1. All right.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta close the show, right? And it doesn't matter if you're hurting someone's feelings, right? I don't give a shit, right?
Well,
go for that throw, execute.
That's game script, and that's
the
biggest thing with especially in consideration of the Thursday night game.
And, I get that part. I'm not arguing that part. I'm just talking about if there's a better team.
Oh, of course.
When you're going and we've had problems. Exactly,
we were
we've
up
let
in the second half, and they just clawed back and then got down to the end.
So what we tend to do, Ralph, what we've seen in the past, and maybe this will change, is we've let teams back in games because we kind of let off the pedal a little bit on both offense and defense. I feel like we play a little bit more safer, right, on defense. We don't only get, and then same thing with offense. All right, let's try to, kill the clock here, and we go away from what's working to try to go with, hey, let's just try to keep them up, and it doesn't necessarily work out that way, especially against good teams. And before you know it, you're in a dogfight. And we saw that against the Lions. It came down to an onside kick when it never should have, right? So we just got to be aware of that. And McDermott, I'm sure, understands that. I hope he does. Because in the playoffs, listen, no mercy. There's no mercy. No mercy, right? Don't do that. Like, go out, hurt their feelings, right? Hurt their fans' feelings. Yeah, hurt their. I don't give a shit if you're upset about we ran up the score. I don't care. Run up the fucking score.
There was just, the game script yesterday, there was no need for it, but certainly, like if you get up, if we got the Chiefs in here for a playoff game in January, and the Bills are up 21-0, their first and best thought needs to be make it 42-0.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Because you never know what can happen. That's my point.
Kill.
Go for it. Right.
This is a
Finish
great
him
by DG. The Jets had 0 third down conversions yesterday. They were 0 for 11.
Yeah, that's
When's
wild.
the last time a Bills team didn't allow a third down conversion?
That's
and they had
insanity.
1 fourth down conversion, and that was at the end.
Yeah,
Tyrod got the 4th down conversion. That's wild.
I do want to play something for you guys before we get on to the good, bad, and ugly.
Okay.
I don't know if you heard this, Mikey, but hold on. I mean, this is just unbelievable. All right, here we go. I'm going to play it now. All right, hold on.
We wait with bated breath.
All right, here we go.
Oh,
You win games, you have to win the game, not lose the game. Honestly, and that is how you lose the game. You're moving the ball down the field. You're 1st and 10, and then you find yourself at 2nd and 20. To win games, you have to win the game.
Is he drunk?
No, I don't.
To win the game, you have to win the game.
Man,
it's like
thank
some
you,
kid
bro.
they found in the crowd to come up. It's your turn to do the presser this week. You won the prize. Oh my God!
What
man.
a wild scene that we have with some of these head coaches in the East. At least Rabel is competent when he talks.
Oh, bro, he's had, he talks to his players like that. Like, this is him. Like, I don't know. He's out of it, Mikey. Something's going on with that dude. That's
trying to get fired.
Yeah, it's time, man. And he said he spoke to the owner and he said it was just a regular meeting. nothing out of the ordinary.
Just not a leader of men.
No, clearly not.
Yeah, I'm with you, Steve. The timeout was just before the Coleman. And me and Tommy talked about this yesterday in the post game. I understood he put his faith in the players, and the players failed him on that, but still don't like the timeout though.
Yeah, no, you can't. You don't. It was an unnecessary timeout.
Yeah,
it didn't hurt us, but
game and where we were at in the game, I didn't think we needed it.
Correct. It was just unnecessary.
If it was a closer game, I might have been with you on that.
Exactly.
So, all right, you want to do the good, bad, and ugly?
Yeah, let me get to that. Give me 1 minute, Mikey.
Now, is this good, bad, and ugly about the game or the?
It's Mikey. Yeah, it's Mikey's segment, and here we go.
The good, the bad, the ugly.
All right, we're gonna get to the good, the bad, and the ugly. We're gonna do this in the reverse order. We're gonna go ugly, bad, good. Okay. The ugly. Some of the pre-snap penalties, hated them.
Mm-hmm.
We have to clean that shit up. That kills you. 3rd and 19. Like, we should never be 3rd and 19 with the offense that we have. The injuries. Jesus, the injuries, man. This team just can't figure out how to get through a game without someone getting hurt. And if they get through the game without them getting hurt, they go into practice and they get hurt. That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
The bad, the first quarter passing offense was bad. It really was. The pass blocking was bad. in the first quarter. Josh was getting pressured. We had some really bad drops during the game. It was just not great. I'll also say some of our pass defense was bad. There was a lot of wide open guys running.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't all bad, but there was some bad in there. Like if you had a competent quarterback back there who could make the throws, you know, if you put Joey B back there, you put Lamar back there, you put Patrick back there, put some of those guys back there, those are completions and drives are extended.
Oh, 100%.
So that needs to be cleaned up. So although I gave the pass defense a B overall, like I had to put some of that in the bad. You know, I also liked some of the pass defense that they had, you know, with when Benford came up and made the stop. You know, we had some good breakups. Like there was some good, but there was also some bad in the pass defense.
Yep.
And then the good, which is most of this game. Like I'm nitpicking on the bad and the ugly. The good
Yeah, you got to find something, right?
Yeah. I'm starting with that defensive line. Holy shit. That defensive line with Ed Oliver out, we were worried going into this game after what happened week 1. And how about my man Joey Bosa, Tommy?
Dude, another guy that I'm not ready yet to eat crow on him because I told you this is a season thing. I never said he was a bad player, and he's definitely played very well the first 2 games. I thought the first half of the first game a little rough, and he picked it up in the second half, and he played really good in this second game. And I think he's finding his groove with this team, with this defense. It's good to see. I just need him to stay healthy. That's it. Like, that's all. I need him. I need this Bosa that we're seeing now in the playoffs, and I will be extremely happy. I will eat crow. I have no problem with that.
You know, Rousseau led the team with forced fumbles last year with 3. Bosa has that in 2 games.
Yeah. No, it's great. I love it. Veteran.
You know,
there it is. A playmaker.
So yeah, loved what I saw from Zion Logue. Not exactly how you say his last
Zion
name.
Logue. Yeah.
Zion Logue.
Yeah.
Dude, that guy stepped up and played a heck of a game. You know, he really did. Javon Solomon playing defensive tackle. You saw a little Daquan Jones playing 3-tech next to Logue. That was cool to see. That was different.
Yeah, they mixed it up. Yep.
I thought the rookies took another step. They didn't over pursue. They weren't great, but I thought it's another game with reps that they needed, and you saw them get a little bit better. I just need to see them get a little bit better every game.
Yeah.
You know, then Rousseau and AJ did what they needed to do. I thought Rousseau was really good, batting balls down, got a half sack, played the run really well, set the edge really well. The one area I think Joey Bosa needs to work on is his edge setting against mobile quarterbacks. Because 2 weeks in a row, the mobile quarterback got out and around him.
Yep.
You know, but then let's go to our linebackers. As bad as they played in week 1, man, was I excited to see how they played in week 2.
Yeah.
Especially Bernard.
Yeah, Bernard brung it.
And then let's talk about our safeties. How about the young kid
Bishop?
Bishop. I mean, I'm not overly fond of the hit on Fields when he's sliding. Yeah. He's lucky to get a flag, but I'll take the aggressive nature. He was coming in there, he's popping guys. Love this.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind
the
it.
Sack, yeah.
You know, and then Trey. The one knock on Trey's always been he can't tackle. I watched him come up and make a few tackles, and I was excited to see that out of him. That it's in there. And then you got to tip your cap, obviously, to our fill-in Cam Lewis, who plays a little bit of everywhere, to step in for Teron Johnson. That's not an easy thing to do. He played really well until he got hurt and had to leave the game.
Yeah, he did. Yep.
And then on the side, what did you think on the defense? Did I miss anybody?
No. I'm with you on everything. As far as defense.
Oh, I got to tip your cap to Bobby Babbage with a fantastic defensive scheme. Him and Sean McDermott put their minds together and came up with a great defensive scheme. Did I miss anybody in your mind, Ralph, on the defensive side?
Just more of a general thing, and it's my new hero on the coaching staff, which is Ryan Nielsen, who I think is doing things with this defensive line, and you've pointed out some of them where you've got guys in different positions. He's changing things up. He's getting guys to work together, and I think as the season goes along, we're going to see more of this timing that he is building into this, and basically maybe having twists, running, changing from slant to inside shade, maybe on a guard. Just the changes he's making, and then getting and playing it through getting people used to expecting one thing, and then turning around and doing another, either with bringing like a 5-man pressure, or even dropping, Bosa back into coverage, and Bishop comes racing into the back for a sack. So I think as it goes along, we're going to see more of that. So that's basically been my favorite thing that's happened with the defense this season.
Yeah, we
overall.
talked about Ryan Nielsen earlier in camp, and I said he reminds me so much of our defensive Cromer. You saw what Cromer did to the offensive line. I'm like, you're going to watch Nielsen do the same thing to the defensive line, because everywhere he's been, he's made them better. You see Joey Bosa looking like the old Joey Bosa.
Yep.
You're going to see Greg Rousseau get better. You're going to see, he is a defensive line guru. It's what he's best at. And the fact that we have him here, you're going to see a major change in what this defensive line can do by the end of the season.
Yeah, making the players better, improving their game, having them believe in his scheme, his system, which is great, right? Like that's what you need. That's the Cromer effect. You're absolutely right. We had Bobby Johnson here. I fucking hated him. These
guys never got better.
He never got anyone better. I didn't see any improvements under him. Our offensive line was putrid. And all it took was a guy that knew what the fuck he was doing.
Yeah.
Right. And got these guys on point, and has built a very good offensive line, and he will continue to.
Oh, yeah.
I still think there's like I said, like Edwards, right? Like once Edwards goes, you're going to find the next Torrance. We're going to find one that's going to be next to Dawkins for the rest of Dawkins' career. I believe that. I truly believe that. So,
and I think,
and then SVP, you got at center.
Replacement, and then
and eventually you will. Yeah. I'm with you.
It's wild what one coach can do to change an entire room.
Entirely agreeable, man. That's looking forward to see what he could do.
Oh, him too. Yeah.
Because he can play four positions. He can play either guard or either tackle spot.
Yeah. Position coaches are being a lot. Like a lot of people don't realize, right? Like, that's what I try to tell people all the time. Like a quarterback coach means a lot. Believe it or not, he does. A defensive line coach, a cornerback, like these guys work with these one-on-ones, especially the young guys in the offseason. And that's why offseason is so important, right? You get the one-on-ones. I mean, look at Spencer Brown. I said it before. Spencer Brown missing time with Cromer's first year was terrible. But once he got a surgery, work with Cromer, wow, you saw way better Spencer Brown that year. So, yeah, man, these off seasons, that's why, like, I'll tell a lot of people, man, like, it's not so much important to the veterans, but these young guys, bro, they have to be healthy, and they have to go through it, man, to get better. But yeah, these guys definitely make them better. These position coaches, if you get the right ones, if you get shitty ones, no, they won't.
It shows. We've seen it. We've seen it. Sandra Bishop looked better in this game against the Ravens. Bounced off of Henry like a basketball.
I got to chime in on that just for 1 second. And it's the fact that we look at these players like they're a quantity that doesn't change. And these guys are learning from week to week. Yeah, he got bounced around. King Henry's a great running back. And Cole Bishop is learning, and you do not learn this game until you are out getting minutes when the bullets are real. You could do some stuff in preseason and so forth, but you do not really learn this game until you get out there. And the only way to learn how to play football really well is to play a lot of football. And so I think we should expect to see the improvement and the growth and the entire team, and especially this defense with a lot of these young guys that are developing before our eyes, and that's why I like this this early stretch that really allows you to get some of them out there, especially with some of these games that are coming up, and especially if the Bills get up and you can go on and it would be more than once where we're seeing ones on the bench having a sip of water in the fourth quarter. And the other guys out working.
Yeah, I mean, last year, Josh shot almost 3 full games worth of quarters.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
I want to see.
yeah.
I want to see more of that. Let his stats be down. I don't give a shit if we're winning that much and Josh can sit down and rest and let some of these young guys play. I'm good with that too. You know, because
Yeah.
the only way they learn is the live bullets. And you're right with that. So let's go to the offense side of the ball. Obviously, you got to start with James Cook. You know, our run offensive line, pass offensive line was a little shaky early, but man, we were dominant in the run game. They were moving.
Run blocking was really good.
Yeah. Outside of the 3rd and 4 run, which I still don't understand why we were running it on 3rd and 4.
Yeah, that was a head scratcher, but yeah.
You know, it is what it is. I thought Keon Coleman was good outside of the offensive pass interference. You know, the targets that he got was good. You know, I thought Haas was good in the run game. Like you didn't really see much of him from a receiving perspective. But man, he's such a good blocker.
Oh, he's nasty.
He's like the Lee Smith. He's our Lee Smith again. He's a younger Lee Smith. That's exactly what he is. And
of course, you haven't seen is Alec Anderson out on the field because that's essentially replaced him.
Don't need it,
and he's a threat to catch the football.
Yeah, don't need him though. If you have this guy, there's no point.
You know,
it's good to have in your back pocket, but
you saw Gilliam. We ran some fullback this week,
which finally love it.
Awesome to see.
Yes, 100%.
I loved seeing that. Dawson Knox in the blocking game.
Yeah, he's
stone hands this week. Dropped a couple bad ones.
Yeah, he sure did.
Man, he has some great blocks. And you know who else they're starting to learn how to use in the blocking game is Kincaid. They stopped putting him on, DNs and linebackers.
He did okay.
Starting to move him out.
He's got some nastiness over the offseason and some attitude there. And they seem to make a couple of blocks where, I mean, there's just anger there in that first impact.
I hope it continues. I do.
And what they're doing is they're moving him and using him as the move blocker. So he's getting out on the corners and safeties rather than him trying to block a D end or a linebacker. They're using the other two tight ends to block those guys and using Kincaid more as of a lead blocker, which is a smart way to run your offense when you know he's not the biggest and strongest guy.
And
let him go bully those. Yeah, let him go bully those littler guys.
Right.
It's a fantastic scheme. I love what I see. So I was excited to see Kincaid. Also, Kincaid, I thought he caught the ball well. And then obviously QB1. QB1 is just a stud.
Yeah. Always.
That's rare. Personnel.
Rare we give him a bad or ugly. Yeah. I don't know if we ever give him a bad or ugly.
We don't normally include him in the good and the bad and the ugly because he's usually always good. But
right.
You're gushing blood and you miss 2 plays.
Right. Exactly.
Did you guys see the video that Bills put out? They had Cam set up. Guys are coming through the tunnel at the end of the game. Everybody's going Dubs.
The Dubs Cam.
And then Josh is the last one. He comes up to the camera. He's like,
checking his
nose out.
It just says "Go Bills" and then ends the stream. Yep, that was awesome. QB2, you're right. How do I forget QB2 coming in cold?
Absolutely, making a big play too. Right. Yeah.
Extending drives that led to points. You got to tip your cap to QB2. Like he didn't even get a chance to warm up. Just stepped in and
ran in there. Yeah.
And it's also good to see him actually do it with the ones, like all the ones, and not like a quarter of the ones. Because I think he's a different quarterback when he plays with the ones versus when he plays with the twos.
Well, sure. Yeah. I'm with you. But I feel like he got his whatever happened where he lost that confidence of where he got gun shy. Kind of felt like in that preseason game, whatever happened there where he just snapped out of that, right? And he started throwing the ball more in that preseason game.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, like this is the Mitch I remember when he was initially here as our backup, or the guy I trusted. Yeah. So, it seems like whatever happened, he snapped out of that, and he understands you gotta pull that trigger, man, when needed. So it was good to see.
Yeah, and he was pulling it deep too. It wasn't a check down, which was
awesome.
He started chucking it deep, and maybe it was the whole Chris Hess coming in and like remapping him, like with Josh.
Possible. It's very possible.
Maybe he just felt more comfortable after that.
Yeah, got his confidence back. Yeah, got a little one-on-one. Yeah, it's possible. Very possible.
It's awesome. And then can't forget the good is our special teams. So if you're going to give them an A+ for what they've done and the grades, you got to call them out in the good.
Coach James.
Chris Dober and his special teams have been really good so far, and I'm excited to see him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my good, my bad, my ugly.
You didn't say James Cook? I didn't hear you say
I
Cook.
started with James Cook on the offense.
Oh, did you? I'm sorry.
Very first one on offense.
Yep.
Well, that's right, because I ate crow. Yeah.
Yes. Spin, you got to call out. You got to call
hey,
him out
Sammy
name.
Franklin, the veteran. Yes.
Franklin. The special teams ace.
Special team.
Brought in to be a special teams ace who played for Toronto before.
Yeah. I would say this. So the only thing I'll say about the offense, like I said, Mikey, my only true concern is still the wide receiver room. I know we didn't need to use them this game, but I just see too much inconsistency. I need to see better, right? And I know we can do better. Especially if we're going to go on the motto of everybody eats, right? These guys have to start stepping up, because what I seen in that game when Josh especially in the Ravens game, when Josh, goes through his reads, there's just nobody open, and he's having to get out of the pocket, right? And to extend plays, right? For receivers to finally either break through or for him to, run. And I need better from our receivers. They have to figure out how to get separation earlier in their routes. And if that's Joe Brady calling something different, a play that, like you said, get Josh going in a rhythm, get these receivers even in a rhythm, then go ahead and do it, right? But it's just too inconsistent. The Baltimore game, once again, they didn't really come alive until the fourth quarter. Great, perfect timing, but I want to see more consistency, right? I want to see 1 through 4, because that I feel like that's where we've been struggling over the last 2 years. And that's the reason why we went and got Cooper last year, was we needed a guy that can kind of create that separation, also for defenses to respect. I don't know if defenses right now are truly respecting our receivers and our pass game because of that. But once these guys start to step up, then, I do think, they'll start respecting that pass game a little bit more. We haven't really thrown deep either. We haven't, taken deep shots. I feel like Elijah Moore hasn't really, he's our, over the top guy. We haven't really
good ball game yesterday now, though.
Yeah, but I'm talking about, overall.
I think that's going to develop.
Yeah, I hope. That's what I'm saying. It's only been 2 weeks, but I need to see, each guy, I feel like, brings something different to the table, right? And that's what will make this work. But I need to see more consistency from everybody. And I'll say this too: Khalil Shakir is probably still dealing with the high ankle.
Yes.
I know he is, and I expect him as the season goes on, he gets healthier, for us to see a better Khalil Shakir as well, because you kind of can see that he's not a focal point of the offense like he was last year. But I think that's because of the ankle. Once he clears that up, I think you'll see a better Khalil. But I just need more consistency. That's all I need. Once these guys start getting consistent, getting more open earlier in these routes, I think this offense can be really special. And it's going good. We need better. That's all I'm saying. We need a little bit better from these guys.
I think that's not like a little bit of context.
Yeah, go ahead.
That is the defensive scheme that's happening. So yesterday they started out, dropping 7, rushing 4, leaving it light box. And we tried to throw the ball early, and we're like, you know what? They're going to give us the light box. We're going to run. So we just ran. And then the second they started to stack the box, we started to throw, and we started getting completions. That also happened against the Ravens. The only difference with the Ravens was their front 4 was able to stop our run early. They were still dropping 7. And the second we started making that comeback and Josh started picking them apart and they started bringing people up and went into one-on-one, Josh ate them alive. So I think part of it's context of how they're playing us. I get what you're saying. You want to see better separation early, but I think that's also the chess game and the scheme.
Maybe, but Pittsburgh had no issues passing on them. They got receivers over. I watch a lot of teams, right? A lot of defenses, I'm sure, game plan certain ways.
The scheme.
I get that, but that doesn't mean players can't get open on passing downs. Doesn't mean that players can't get separation. Usually got a top-notch receiver. That's my point. You got a top receiver in the NFL. Doesn't matter the scheme. He's going to get open. We've seen it all the time. We all the time. Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase. The top receivers in the NFL know how to get open. They know how to create separation. We do not have that guy here yet. I'm not saying these guys can't, but we have to figure that part out. You can't just, because that means every defensive scheme is going to work that way if they're going to play us like that, right? there's going to come a game where we're going to need to get these guys involved. And I don't want where it's inconsistency. That's all I'm saying. The Baltimore game is a great example. And maybe if we go more up tempo, that's a possibility that may help out, because I noticed, like I said that a million times, when we go up tempo, it seems like the offense, especially in the pass game, just seems to click a lot better. It runs smoother. We get down the field faster. I feel like Josh is more under control.
It creates an attitude. I mean,
yeah,
it really does.
So I just wish we do it more. Go ahead, Mikey.
Also ties out the defense.
It keeps the defense from substitutions. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it keeps them backpedaling. They don't substitute as much. It gets them tired. Like, I just wish we would implement that a little bit more. And we really don't do it a lot. We do it normally when we're trailing or, at the end of a first half. But look, I swear to God, every time we do it, either it be, before the halftime, we score points. And 90% of the time, we can start. It doesn't matter where we start. We drive with ease when we have an up-tempo offense. It just seems to go much smoother. So maybe one day they'll realize that and start trying that a little bit more and see if that works. But right now, I just need the receivers to step up. It's a shame that Curtis Samuel's not getting dressed and he's a healthy scratch, and we're paying him that much money. But apparently, they don't think he can provide anything on offense at this point. So
Elijah Moore, Curtis less.
Yeah, I don't think it's as much as they don't think he can provide anything.
They're shopping him, maybe. I don't know.
No, because I think if they were shopping him, that he'd be playing, so they should showcase him.
Well, maybe for injury, they don't want to. They don't want to.
It's not only that. I think part of it is he doesn't bring anything to special teams, and they're not going to dress 6 receivers when 5 of them don't play special teams.
But here's the problem, though, Mikey. He wasn't initially brought here to play special teams. He was brought here on a 3-year, pretty good contract to be probably the number 2.
And then he got hurt.
Yeah, and look how
they moved on.
Yeah, and that's but it just sucks. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. But yeah, we're kind of stuck with a guy that's a healthy scratch week in, week out. I hope they can figure out a way to move on by a trade. Take your loss. They're going to probably have to eat some of the contract. It is what it is.
Them and use them when someone
there's an injury. Yeah, they could do that. Hurt. They could do that too. They could possibly, but I don't know. I just don't at this point with him. I don't
see how much the Chiefs want to pay for him.
Yeah, the Chiefs love speed. He is a gadget guy too.
They could use that.
But of course, us trading the Chiefs, I hate.
No, that's like trading to a division.
I'm hearing rumors about Hill.
Yeah, never pick up the phone. Never pick up the phone.
Yeah, never again.
Never
again.
What about Hill?
I'm hearing rumors about the Chiefs and supposedly trading for him.
Like, do you really want that distraction on?
I want it, but with Andy Reid, who knows? Andy Reid, he will take chances on guys like that. I know, but
right now.
You just never. I know, or the ex-wife or something, but I want it. Listen, I think if it's a too good deal, a deal that's too good to pass, they'll do it. And I think if it comes down to it, the Dolphins maybe just want to get rid of him. You know what I mean? They may have to eat his contract and just basically give him away for nothing. At this point, he may be one of those things where it's a 3rd-round pick, 4th-round pick, and the Chiefs are going to fuck it. I'll take him. You know what I mean? We'll take the chance. If it's for that cheap, they'll probably do it.
You just have to have the money. And
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know if Chiefs currently.
I don't think they have a lot.
Well, unless they work a deal out with the Dolphins where they pay some of the contract. I mean, it's very possible.
The more that the Dolphins pay, the higher the pick goes. It's usually how that
Chris
works.
I get it. I get
this close from losing his job. He doesn't want to get this close.
Right. And you know what? Honestly, the best thing to do for them, I think, is they do blow it up. Just keep them for now, and then let the new regime figure it out. Yeah, because they will. Whatever new coach, new GM,
whoever comes in,
and by then they'll know whatever case is going on with him. Right? Yeah. He may not even be able to play football, so we'll see.
Yeah. That would go against everything the Chiefs stand for.
The Chiefs have guys that are, come on. They got guys on their roster that's doesn't have the cleanest records either. So just saying.
Well, I mean,
doesn't realize Raiders wear black jerseys, right?
Kelsey's running around with this free 4 T-shirt about rice.
Yeah, you saw that? Yeah.
Yeah,
Free
and,
rice.
you know,
It's like
what the 6-game suspension when he injured people in an auto
Yeah,
accident,
right.
and Hoyt sitting and Ogunjobi for that matter sitting with the same suspension,
right.
for taking the wrong supplement. What a pile of horse shit.
Yeah, that is odd. It's not like he's innocent. I don't understand the shirt
I'm
thing
surprised that you do that.
baffled by
But truthfully, have you ever seen a picture of Travis Kelce Swift, I call him, or maybe, well, Travis Kelce, not so Swift, but have you ever seen a picture of him where he doesn't have his mouth hanging open and he's got this dumb look on his face? It's like it's been painted on him since the Super Bowl.
I still think he's really good. I'll tell you that. He's still very dangerous.
Except when he thought it was a volleyball yesterday rather than a football.
Oh, yeah. That was crazy.
Go.
The end zone. Yeah, I don't know what happened. But you know what? Everyone makes mistakes, man. He's a Hall of Fame player. You got to give a guy like that a pass and a Super Bowl. Right? So
I'll give you mine and you can give him mine.
I'll give everyone a pass. If we got a guy that won a Super Bowl here and he made a mistake, you give a pass. I'll give him a pass all day. All day long. I could care what mistakes you make.
Let alone 3 Super Bowls.
That's what I'm saying. You're right. Yeah, I just want one. Like, I'm not even begging for more than one. Like, just give me one at this point. Like, I'll be a happy camper, man. Anything else, Mikey?
John, I know that was a joke. The whole that it goes against everything the Chiefs stand for. We know that was a joke. You got it.
Oh, I do got something I want to show. Let me.
Oh yeah, can I get the end of my segment?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were. I thought you were done.
I did, but you didn't play my music out.
Oh,
I'm Prison Mike. Come on, DJ Tommy.
There you go. There you go. I'm sorry.
I'm Prison Mike.
That's right.
There you go.
Don't make me
All
shake
right.
you.
Yeah. So I don't know, Ralph, if you know this guy, TD Finstock. Do you know him?
Oh, yes. I know TD
Okay.
Fins. I remember back when Dan Mitchell used to rate his channel, just giving him shit.
Yeah, so they work together now. Obviously, they're all together on the roundtable. So,
right.
Yesterday, this is the greatest shit, Mikey. I don't know if you saw this, but the Miami Dolphins scored on a punt return for a touchdown.
God. I saw the short of this.
Yes.
Master at work made a short of this.
So this is
the one I saw. Yes.
This is it.
We must.
So if you guys don't know, TD also has like a rap song that he made every time the Dolphins score. So when the Dolphins score a touchdown, he plays it.
Yes,
so literally while he's playing this song, they fucking return a kick for a touchdown. And here's his reaction.
Throw them fins up. Throw them fins up. It's the new era and we back up in the mid. MIAMIDOLPHIN. When do I begin? I've been rapping since the if you rapping, then we can.
Oh my God.
He's such a good character.
His reaction, yeah, he's a character, man. But
I
reaction,
love his stuff. He's
look at this
so
nasty
funny.
son of a bitch.
But there's even a funnier part that they didn't put. I don't know if you saw this, but I turned when I watched it because I'm like, I'm gonna watch the end when they lost. I want to see his reaction. His kids, they're not Dolphin fans. I guess they're Cowboy fans.
So they were giving him shit.
So you can hear him in the living room when like shit's going bad. Right? They're laughing, right? And they're like, ah! So I guess they lost on the 4th down. They lost on the 4th, and his kids come in and go laughing. He goes, yeah, get that fucker. Closes the door. Dude, it was so funny, bro. He was so pissed.
I love TD. Listen, someone who wears his emotions on his sleeve, it's the best. Like he truly is a character and such a good content creator because
I caught him first time last year.
Yeah,
game file. It was a Bills game that he was watching.
Was it when he was hiding behind the chair?
Yeah. And then the wife comes in at one point to see if he's hanging himself.
Oh, the wife, yeah. She comes and goes, it's okay, baby. It's all right. It's okay, baby. Calm down.
He's so awesome. I love watching him.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh my God, dude.
And he's also a realist. I don't know if you caught his, after his post game, he went back on when he was calmed down.
Yeah,
he's a realist at the same time.
Well, he has three phases.
Unless he's on the Roundtable Sports, and then he's total homer.
So he has three phases. I noticed, right, with TD. He has the ridiculous take for the Dolphins are going to win and be in the playoffs. Then he has the realistic take. Right, where when things go bad right away, his team's garbage. And then he has the ultimate mad take. But dude, he's always with the most unbelievable takes. And then right after, an hour later, he's bashing the shit out of his team. It's so funny, bro. It's hilarious. There was a game he was calling, Mikey.
Totally
they were down. The Colts game. He was down 17-0. The funniest shit. So I'm watching because this is the first week, and we didn't play till Sunday night. So I'm watching, and they're down 17-0. So he's like, "It's all right. It's all right. Look, it's the first half. Look, we got plenty of football left." So the second half comes out, and I think Tua throws a pick right away. He goes, "Oh, shit's over. It's over. We're fucking terrible." I mean, right away. So I'm like, this guy's a trip, bro. But yeah, he's funny.
I enjoy the hell out of TDs.
Yeah, that's great stuff.
Yeah,
great stuff.
You want to watch real comedy gold? Go watch him. Watch a game.
Dude,
I can't imagine. You probably laugh at the shit I say during the game. Like Tommy knows he has the text thread.
Oh yeah,
it'd be wild if I was like actually on camera watching a game.
Dude, we do the texting thing. It's Mikey has a lot of ups and downs during the course of the game that he doesn't necessarily.
My emotional instability during a game is wild.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm pretty calm. Honestly, I don't know why. I'll bitch a little bit. I don't get like over.
You get mad at McDermott.
I get more mad at his
you lose your shit about McDermott.
But I don't go on. I think I do more on video. I think I express when I get on here.
Starts in the text thread. By the time we get to post game, Tommy's lost his shit.
If we lose, especially if we lose, you would not get a happy Tommy. Anything else, Mikey? Before I play Real Men,
I think I'm good. Ralph, anything left for you?
Tell us where we can find you. Tell everybody where they can find you. By the way,
at the Ralph Rant and X and the Ralph Rant, as it says behind here in this plasma screen. Bringing you content every week, and we'll announce it, a week or 2 weeks from Wednesday evening. We'll be bringing on the show Mr. Arthur Moats, former Bills linebacker in Pittsburgh, and we talked to him about a lot of what he's seeing with the Bills, and he's following it closely, and I'm going to get his players' perspective on how this whole season can work and what that Ravens victory for the Bills can mean for the Bills going forward and how the team. So it ought to be pretty cool. But
my favorite hit Arthur Moats ever had was on Brett Favre.
I think it's everybody.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
he'll be known forever. He's a trivia answer. He's a trivia answer.
I mean, he wobbled him, man.
What are one of the best three of examples of people getting wood on another player? that was a good one.
Absolutely.
That, and of course, when Ed Oliver hit Lamar Jackson there on the third down last week, and Lamar actually was Superman for a little bit because he flew about 10 feet.
Yeah. Is John's asking, is it the Ralph Rant 716?
That's correct. That's the the X identification, and then you just drop the 716, and the Ralph Rant is the channel name.
There you go. Now you know where to go.
Absolutely.
All right. You ready for the Real Men of Genius?
Yeah.
We'll play a
The
couple
Legend
of them.
Killer. That's going to be the title.
We'll get out of them.
That's a great title for that.
It is.
Show.
It is.
All right. Let's see here. Let me pull it up. All right. Perfect one. All right. Here we go. So the Real Men of Genius coming up right now. All right.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real men of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Bathroom Stall Dirty Joke Writer.
Mr. Bathroom Stall Dirty Joke Writer.
Armed with your trusty marker, you do the impossible. Make an incredibly dirty place even dirtier.
Scribble it down now.
Your jokes make us pee our pants. Lucky for us, they're down around our ankles.
Yeah!
You answer our most vexing question. Whatever happened to the man from Nantucket?
Oh, that's a good one.
So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, oh ruler of the rhyme. Because when we're looking for a good time, we call you.
Oh, Mr. Bathroom Stall Dirty Joke Rider.
Yeah. Play one more and we'll get out of here. Those are so funny, man. I wish they bring them back. They're so great, bro. All right, let's play one more. What's this one? I don't think, did I play this one already?
But
I did play that one. All right, I got one more. Hold on. All right, one more. All right, here we go.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real man of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Baseball Stadium glove-wearing guy.
Mr. Baseball Stadium glove-wearing guy.
Armed with your lucky mitt, you patiently wait for your chance to bring home one of the 700 million baseballs produced last year.
I've only got one ball.
Your mitt screams, I'm a diehard baseball fan. It also screams, I'm too delicate to catch a ball barehanded.
Just got a manicure.
The only thing steamier than a stadium hot dog? The hand stuck inside that mitt since batting practice.
Not really, that's delicious.
So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, oh Senor Screwball. Watching that ball bounce off your temple will always be our favorite pastime.
Mr. Baseball Stadium glove-wearing guy.
Bud Light beer.
That was a good one.
Yeah, it was, man. Oh God, I love them, man. Well, so we'll be doing those all year.
Spence
guys.
asking for an encore.
Encore. All right, I'll bring one more. One more. This is a rarity. We never do three. All right, let's see. What do I got? What do I got? All right, one more.
You can play one that you've already played before. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm looking. All right, let's see here. What is this one? This one's a good one.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real man of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Cargo Pants Designer.
Mr. Cargo Pants Designer.
You finally gave us what we wanted. The military look without all that bothersome drilling, marching, and shooting.
Fashion victory.
Is that a banana in your pocket? Yes. And an orange. And a pocket comb. And an extra set of keys. And my sunglasses.
Totally prepared now.
How many times have you been in a restaurant and thought, man, I wish I'd brought my own jar of mayonnaise. Now you can.
Yeah!
So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, oh Prince of the Pockets. Some may fill your shoes, but no one can fill your pants.
Mr. Cargo Pants Designer.
St. Louis, Missouri.
That was great.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, dude, they're so funny. All right, guys, we're getting out of
Well,
here.
gentlemen, thank you so much for adding me to your fine broadcast this evening.
Nah, we appreciate you,
it was a
man.
blast.
We appreciate. Yeah, thank you, Ralph, for coming on with us. And honestly, man, guys, anybody can come on. Honestly, on Monday night on Uncensored, anyone is can come on here and talk shit with us. We appreciate you guys, Bills Mafia. You guys are the best. Rocking with us this late. We love you, and as always, go Bills. We're out of here. Peace.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.